principle of retribution and punishment. Where does it draw a line where a common man with common sense could decide which action to take in the light of Islamic principles? This is the big question.
Exactly.
And it's made so easy in the Quran. Discussing the subject, the Holy Quran says that if somebody has been wronged, he has the fundamental human right to take his revenge, but to the extent only that he has been wronged, not to go an iota beyond the limit of the wrong which has been done to him. So because it is in the name of justice, you could not permit injustices of any sort. So that is one thing. But the Holy Quran goes on building the same subject and says, but if you forgive, provided that forgiveness promotes reformation, then it is better in the sight of Allah. Allah loves those who forgive to reform. This is a very profound wisdom in this. It's a common day knowledge. In everyday life, those mothers who forgive children who always abuse that forgiveness and become more naughty and mischievous and begin to become a source of terror for the surroundings, these mothers are responsible for that. And these children are ultimately the future criminals of the society, which go totally beyond the arm of law to be controlled. Now, the Holy Quran says forgiveness is beautiful, provided it reforms. If forgiveness is promotive of crime, that forgiveness becomes a crime in itself. But we know in everyday life also that some children, if spoken to kindly at the time of what the folly they have committed, with loving care, with sadness in your tone, you feel ashamed for them and they react exactly as you want them to react. They feel so bad, much more punished than you could punish them with a rod, for instance. And this behavior on the part of the parents promotes reformation so powerfully that I have practiced this myself in my dealings with children. They always reform even beyond your expectations. So what is true in the family circle is true in the society. It's exactly true, it's exactly applicable. So if lawmakers forget this principle, and in the name of decency, in the name of civilization and modern values, they go on being kind to the criminal, what they are doing is they are being hard to the innocent. So they lose that balance in favor of the wrong, in favor of the evil. So this is what you should understand with reference to the Quranic teaching and discuss with them. All right?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mustafa Ahmed.
Yes. Are you the last of those who wanted to ask a question last night?
I don't know if Uncle.
There's some more.
Yeah.
Okay.
My question.
Are you sitting behind the last one and moving along with them as they come forward? Somebody like you should work as a full stop. You know, sit behind the last person you announced and move along with him. Okay? Otherwise, like cars, you know, if you keep enough space between two cars, other cars enter the space. Okay, yes,
yeah.
please.
I want to know what's the Islamic belief on UFOs? You know, do we believe in life in other planets?
Islamic viewpoint on UFO is that if there is enough evidence of something, you must believe in it. Thank you.
All right, that's fine.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Next, please.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hamid Ahmed Jahangiri.
Yes, please.
Sir, as we all know that this century is drawing to close and the next century is going to come up.
Right.
So I would ask rather two questions. One is that should we anticipate a new imam for the new century? And if there is a new
Are you
imam,
fed up with the last one?
he has, to my mind, sir, he has fully served the targets he had set at the beginning of this century.
Who told you that during the lifetime of a Khalifa, there should be another imam appointed just in the name of Mujaddid? Now, if that is what you think, you have been proved wrong. Because the century with reference to which this promise was made was not Christian century. No concept of Christian century existed at that time. It was the Muslim century, which is over by a large margin now. Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Salis lived to see the turn of the century, or was about to see the turn of the century when the last century was still a few years, I think, when he died. And then I came, and ever since the century continues, and we have not seen any imam anywhere.
Okay, sir.
So there is a misconception that while Khilafat continues, there should be a separate imam appointed by God. That promise, in fact, is in view of a situation where Khilafat comes to an end and there is no alternative available. To fight the problems of chaos and to save Ummah from ultimate annihilation, God promised that at the end of every century to give you a new boost, to rehabilitate the lost values. God will create an imam. But Khalifa is an imam. And an imam which has been mentioned in the Holy Quran, while that imamat of Mujaddidiyat is not mentioned in the Quran. So in the lifetime of a Khalifa, it is inconceivable that another imam is created only for the purpose practically to create disorder and split in a well-united, well-organized Jamaat. So forget about it. The century is over, nobody has seen an imam other than the Khalifa.
Right, sir.
Nor will they ever see one, if they wish to.
Sir, second part is that
Yes.
during this century we have been doing this jihad bil kalm as we were taught, and that's the
Yes.
real Islam. But as we follow the life of Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu
Sallallahu
alaihi
Alaihi
wasallam,
Wasallam.
we see that there were two parts of his life. One was Makkah, which we symbolize as
That's
being
right.
Ahmadi, and the other was according to his name Muhammad, which was sort of with like you can say it was like with power.
You understand that very well, but do you also understand that he had two titles? One was Muhammad, which was similar to Moses, and the other was Ahmad, which was similar to Jesus Christ. And that is why Jesus prophesied of his coming under the name of Ahmad. So that second manifestation of Ahmadiyya should be on the style of Christianity, which continued to suffer in patience, continuously for 3 centuries. So if Masih Maud al-Islam was right, that he has come as in fulfillment of the prophecies of the advent of the Messiah, then his community should also prove his truth by living the life of the early Christians. Not in the detail of beliefs, of course, but there must be some strong similarity in their attitude to life. Now, Jesus Christ did not change the law of Torah. He himself confessed that he had not come to change a jot of the book. He had only come to perfect. So the meaning was that part which was left out by the Jews, unattended and unpracticed, he had come to fulfill that part, and that was forgiveness.